buyer persona is your best friend in B2B sales, and if this is the first time you've heard of this, stick around. I'm Patrick with founder of Revenue Academy, and we have worked with hundreds of startups who are scaling and growing. So here's the deal. You've got to know who you're selling to, right? That's where the buyer persona comes in. So let's break it down with the 6-step action plan, a game plan that you can start implementing right now. Step 1, identify the problem set. So let's start with this. What's the big problem you're trying to solve? You've got to nail it down. Turn it into a problem statement that's tight, focused, and sharp as a tack. So this is often the hardest bit. Too many people focus on their solution, but the problem is more important to have nailed down. For example, you've got a solution for doctors and their paperwork, but the problem would be doctors spend too much time filling in paperwork, 80% of which is repetitive, time which could be spent helping more patients. This is the problem, and so the next 5 steps feed into that. Step 2 is doing your homework. Research. You've got to dig deep here, folks. Survey your customers, snoop around your competitors, dive into the online abyss for some research. You're looking for the pain points, the needs and motivations of your audience. This will give you a full-bodied buyer persona that hits the mark. So being detailed here. ChatGPT is a great resource for this, and prompting it to create an avatar for you and feed it all the information you have. You'll be pleasantly surprised by the results. Word of warning though, use GPT for inspiration, but you'll have to tweak and edit. Step 3 is your ICP, or your ideal customer profile. We're talking about this because this is really relevant, and it's company level stuff. We're talking firmographics, so industry, location, revenue, size, and technographics, their tech stack, Google or Microsoft, CRM of choice. Also, are the right types of companies for you growing or plateauing or shrinking? All this kind of stuff needs to be considered and documented. Not documented in your head, documented on a shared document. Step 4 is create your buyer persona doc. Once you've got your ICP locked down, it's time to zoom in on the individuals. Here's where we get personal. Think demographics, job titles, pain points, goals, motivations. Another way to think of this is, what would the critical events have to be that would encourage your potential buyer to consider you? What are they afraid of losing as opposed to gaining? Loss aversion is a big thing to play on, so consider this in detail. Use all that juicy research to build a buyer persona that really speaks to your audience. Step 5, test your buyer persona. Now you've got to put your buyer persona to the test. So chat with your customers or your prospects. Does what you are talking about resonate with your persona? If not, time for a tweak or two until you've got a persona that's on point. Step 6 is use your buyer persona to drive your marketing. You've done the work, now you've got to use it. Tailor your marketing messages to your persona. So create content that hits their pain points and gets them engaged. This is how you build a marketing strategy that's focused, effective, and really hooks your audience. So in the early days, you focus on one pain point, one target persona, and look to dominate that. The problem that I see is that businesses are focused on multiple problems. They get stretched too thin, and as a result, everything comes tumbling down. So slow down, speed up is the phrase. Sounds weird, I know, but one pain point, one persona, and solve that problem better than anyone else, that's the key. And that's a wrap, folks. Follow this 6-step action plan and you'll have a rock solid buyer persona to guide your marketing. So go out there, do your research, and remember to test and tweak until it's just right. If you found this valuable, then perhaps you would consider subscribing or following us, dependent on where you're watching this. And we upload videos of this nature often about 4 times a week. So look forward to welcoming you to the next one.